Joining us now, the New York Post's Miranda Devine. Miranda, what's your take on the latest Twitter file drop today? A massive secret influence campaign by the FBI to pressure Twitter to censor the New York Post Hunter Biden laptop story to get Joe Biden to win in 2020? The FBI is accused of breaking the law here. What do you say?
Well, I think this is the most illuminating of all the Twitter files yet when it comes to the FBI's infiltration and coercion of Twitter to basically censor Americans. And that included censoring our Hunter Biden laptop story. Completely accurate story, was not Russian disinformation. They characterized it as hacked material that came from Russia. That's what they told Twitter, that's what they told Facebook. No doubt they told a lot of other people that. I think what's really interesting, a couple of things in today's dump, is that the Aspen Institute, which got paid $1 million by the State Department, was also involved in a sort of a desktop exercise in September of 2020, which really was part of this grooming operation by the FBI to make sure that Twitter employees, when they saw our Hunter Biden laptop story, would immediately recognize it as this warning about hacked material from Russia. And it was obviously false and a lie, but that's what they were doing. They were pre-bunking our story. And the Aspen Institute had a lot of specifics in this desktop exercise that they invited journalists from the New York Times and the Washington Post to attend, as well as Twitter employees. And in that, they did a hypothetical that Hunter Biden, there was laptop material about Hunter Biden, or, derogatory material about him taking bribes from Ukraine, and they made it out to be just a complete fabrication by Russians. And so that just implants seeds in people that, therefore, a month later, it was very easy for mainstream reporters and Twitter employees, and no doubt Facebook, to just immediately recognise our story as this sort of Russian hoax that they'd been told about a month earlier.
It sounds like the FBI was conducting training seminars on how to deal with the New York Post story. And they were also doing training seminars of reporters to tell them how to deal with the story when it's not, shoe leather journalism. They were doing illegal searches of Twitter information without an FBI warrant, secretly tracking the locations of Americans who had political opinions on Twitter, even paying Twitter more than $3 million for its work, FBI leaking to the press. So where does the House GOP go from here?
Well, I think this is really interesting, good information for them. They need to really get to the heart of the rot at the FBI. Who's the mastermind of this? I mean, we know that James Baker, who had been the chief counsel, top lawyer at the FBI, was involved in all the Russia collusion sabotage of Donald Trump when he was president. And then 5 months before the 2020 election, he shows up at Twitter, and it seems to be a gatekeeper to ensure that no derogatory information about Joe Biden ever saw the light of day. And he was successful in arguing that Twitter should censor our stories 3 weeks before the election about the Hunter Biden laptop. And really, it's not about Hunter Biden, it's about Joe Biden and the corruption of his family's influence peddling operation, and his knowledge of it when he had told the American people repeatedly during the campaign he knew nothing about his son Hunter's overseas business dealings. The laptop showed the opposite was the case, that he'd had multiple meetings with Hunter Biden's overseas business partners, including from Ukraine.
Including things like selling U.S. natural gas reserves, according to House GOP, out of 5 U.S. states to China. I mean, so we're not supposed to have informed consent anymore about anything? I mean, there were 150 emails between the FBI and Twitter since 2020, 80 FBI agents on the stick there over this. You're John Levine at the New York Post saying former FBI officials working in the upper ranks of Twitter to suppress the story where the U.S. voter did not get the information that they deserved before pulling the lever and making their vote in 2020. Miranda, final word.
Well, yes, there were over a dozen former FBI employees who were embedded in Twitter after the 2016 election. The same went for Facebook and Google, and there are also former CIA operatives.
We're going
so what are they doing there? And Big story.
We're going to stay on it with you, Miranda. Thanks for joining us.